Hi, I'm Drew Wilson, and what you're about to watch is a documentary about my journey as a local goal umpire that we started making a few days back. At that stage, we weren't sure of the direction, but we thought it would be important to put it on the record. I understand that some of the footage you're about to see may be very troubling, and it doesn't always depict me in the best light. It's raw and it's confronting, but I feel like there are some real lessons to be learned. I hope this documentary can send a powerful message to all local umpires, and especially goal umpires.
Oh, he was the best at it, without a doubt. He was in high demand across the suburbs.
He always had this look about him.
He was just so diligent. He was practical. He was unflappable.
Charming, suave, just impeccable technique.
He was class personified.
You know, left, right. He was great on both sides of the body.
He was essentially royalty. He was known as the Prince of Pascoe Vale.
To be perfectly honest, he was a flat-out lunatic. He had no off switch. It didn't matter where he was, at a supermarket, at a restaurant, he'd be waving those bloody sticks.
What started as an excuse for me to get away from my missus quickly turned into a full-time weekend career. It all just happened so quickly for me. I was at the ground and the guy who was supposed to umpire the game, he didn't rock up. And before I knew it, somebody just tapped me on the back and said, "Here are your sticks," put me in the jacket and off I went. Before I knew it, I was universally regarded as one of the best local footy umpires in the entire metropolitan Melbourne region. And, it felt good. I had multiple clubs come to me with offers, some above board, some not. I had clubs offering me 6-packs, full strength, a couple of dimmies on the side. I even had clubs offering me Gatorade. And it was powdered Gatorade meant for the players, but it was still genuine lemon lime Gatorade nonetheless. They weren't mucking around. The more I'd train, the better I got. I remember I was in my room, just being there with myself and my flags, and I would wave and wave and fucking wave. And it became an obsession. I wouldn't put padding on my post, let alone put on sunscreen. And I just knew that at the end of that 5-minute, 10-minute block, sometimes even as long as a quarter, that I was going to absolutely annihilate and launch into as much canteen food as I could. It was a full-blown smorgasbord. Yeah, they were good times, until I got caught stealing food from the back of the cafeteria.
I never thought anyone would take advantage of my situation, but as it turns out, Drew did.
One day it all just got a little bit big on him, he lost his way a bit there, and I think being as good as he was at such a young age, and the notoriety that went along with that, it really started to affect him.
He was eating on the job, and these vicious rumours started circulating about Drew, and the rumours started gaining traction on the WhatsApp groups and the various socials and what have you. And when you kill the reputation of the local footy commission, they kill you.
There was a time and a place for killer pythons. There was a time and a place for sausage rolls. Hot dogs were my food of choice, no question, but tomato sauce played a massive part in that. Mustard played a big part in that also. And at that point, it started to spiral out of control.
There were times where I put 12 dimmies in the steamer, And when I went to serve a customer, I could only feel 3 or 4. Explain that.
It just wasn't a great look for the game.
He said it was only donuts.
Hot dogs, dim sims, the odd can of passiona.
Killer pythons, vegetable pasties, I heard he was big on those. I heard he was even stealing napkins.
Good evening. Shock and despair as local goal umpire Andrew Wilson faces a suspension over an alleged raid of his club's own canteen. It was claimed that the act was done behind the back of a beloved canteen volunteer, a blind man by the name of David Braille. Mr. Wilson's actions have been described as cowardly and highly disturbing. We cross live now to the local Football Commission headquarters where Premier Daniel Andrews is about to speak.
Are we good, Sky? Right. It is with deep regret, make no mistake, that we announce the suspension of local goal umpire Andrew Wilson, effective immediately. The Commission is of the opinion that Mr. Wilson has been involved in conduct which is unbecoming for a local goal umpire. Now, this behaviour can, and most likely will, tarnish the reputation of the LFC and bring the art of local goal umpiring into disrepute.
But Mr. Andrews, don't you have bigger things to concern yourself with?
Stealing confectionery from behind a counter is a highly punishable offence and also a totally disrespectful act. I can't be any clearer than that.